What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over understanding the walk cycle. That's correct. It's not going to be necessarily a walk cycle tutorial. It's going to be understanding the walk cycle. And what I mean by that is I want people to understand what exactly is going on in a walk cycle. And the better you understand what's going on in a walk cycle, well, the better you can make your own walk cycle and tweak it to however your character is. Now, what I mean by that is that many new animators, what happens is that I've done it myself. Is that we look at the poses, right? We all know the poses for a walk cycle, I would expect, if you're gonna do it. And that's gonna be, obviously, you have your contact poses. This is 25 frame walk cycle I did here. You have contact, which is 1, 25, 13 is gonna be the opposite. You have your down, it's gonna be a frame 4. You have your passing, frame 7, up, frame 10, contact again, frame 13. That is gonna be pretty much our cycle, right? Those are the poses that we all know, we all understand. Now, what we don't really know, well, some of us, is what exactly is going on. And that's what makes it a little difficult to tweak the walk cycle, or to when something, you ever see an animation, you don't know exactly what's wrong, but you can tell something's not right, whether it's the timing, the spacing, or the weight shifting, something's not right. So when it comes to walk cycle, it's gonna be a combination of two things, a stance and a swing. That is it. For a majority of your walk cycles, you're gonna have your stance and you're gonna have your swing, unless it's like a funky walk cycle and someone's doing something creative right out of the box. But what I mean by that, your stance, let's take this leg right here, the orange leg, your heel strike right here, everything up to your toe off, right? Everything here would be your stance. From the toe off, obviously, is going to be your swing, because the leg is swinging, bam, to your heel strike, okay? Now, this pose, it's a contact pose, but it's also one of the most important poses. Why? Because it determines your stride. Now, for those of you who don't know what a stride is just 2 steps. And for those of you who don't know what a step is, I know, it can get a little convoluted. I'm going to try to keep it very simple. But for a stride, right here, we have your heel strike, boom, to our toe off, to our heel strike. So a stride essentially is just think of it as 2 heel strikes, okay? That's why this is so important, because let's say we want a bigger stride. Let's say we want a smaller stride. This right here is gonna be a very important pose. It's gonna be your contact pose, but it's also gonna determine the stride of your walk cycle. Now, if we look at it from the front, this pose is extremely difficult to maintain. You can try it right now. You put one foot right here, let's go. If you put one foot right there, toe off, other foot in the heel strike position, it's going to be extremely hard to maintain. You're not going to be able to do it. And I want people to understand that. This is the reason why this is a walk, because we are constantly moving forward. We're constantly getting progression, and we need momentum to make this walk to continue to happen. So moving forward from this contact position, we're going to follow this orange leg. We go into the down, right? We all know this is the down pose. Now, what's happening in the down pose? What's happening in the down pose is, guess what? This leg is now becoming the weight-bearing leg, okay? So it goes from precarious, bam, got some foundation, weight-bearing leg right here. Now, guess what also is happening to the hips? We go from the front right here, well, the hips moving over. Why? Because we need balance. We need balance. So right here to bam, we need balance. So we're balancing all of our weight on our left leg right here. So if you look, if you follow just a line down, you should have a line right under the foot and one right under the center of gravity, right? Because that weight is going all the way over, and the hips, they're tilting over too. Bam. So all that weight is being shifted on that leg, and the reason why it's being shifted on that leg, well, is to have this leg be able to move. So the length is going to shorten on the right leg. We're going to have a swing, heel strike. That's what's happening right there. So once we go to our down position and we're shifting the weight onto this leg, now the leg fully has that weight. We can see, because guess what? If you look from the front, let's go, look from the front, all that weight is on that leg. So we are balancing all on this left leg. All right here, all on this left leg. That's where the weight is. Okay, and that is until we hit our toe off. And if you notice, the heel is going to be coming off. The heel is going to be slowly coming off. Toe off, bam, and then down. So we have heel strike to down position. That leg is going to be taking that weight Boom, fully taking this weight in order to make sure, let that right leg swing by. The heel is going to be slowly coming off because we're going to be pushing off. That's why we have the up position. The up position is you pushing off with your toes. Now, let's say if someone were to cut off your toes, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to walk. I'm sure they probably did something like that and saw, but it's going to be extremely difficult for you to walk because you're using your toes to push off and bring that same momentum and progress you forward in the walk. Now, once we get to the toes off is going to be happening right here, okay? Now, what happens in this position is that we're going to have a swing. The foot is going to accelerate. Foot's going to accelerate. Okay, now during this acceleration, you're gonna have a max knee flex, okay? The knee is gonna bend to a max point, that's gonna be right here, and it's not gonna bend anymore. So look, once you notice the knee is bending, max bend, okay? Max bend. Every walk cycle, if you look at it, just look at the max bend. It's gonna bend for a certain amount of time, bend, max bend. Max bend, where it no longer bends anymore, and the leg is going to be swinging forward. We're going to have acceleration on the leg, swinging forward, passing, right? Then we're going to have this position right here. If you look at some of the walk cycles, you're going to have a vertical position with this foot. Now, this vertical position, sometimes people will have, it'll be up like this, or, you'll have the toe roll maybe, but you're going to hit this position, this vertical position, to get us back into the heel strike. Now, remember I said we're accelerating. So we can't have the leg completely just accelerate throughout this swing stance. Throughout this swing, we can't have it just swing all the way up because then you're going to hit like a marching type of animation. So what happens is that we have to decelerate to hit the heel strike. Also in animation terms, you have to slow in. So we're slowing into this because we don't want to go fast down into the ground because that would be completely jarring to the body. So we slow into this to our heel strike. That is our walk. And it's the same thing. Down, right? Heels coming off because we're pushing off with our toes. That's why we have an up position. Pushing off with our toes. Toe off, swing. Foot is accelerating, right? The foot is accelerating. And if you notice, because we're creatures, we're very lazy creatures and we want to conserve as much energy as possible. Look how the foot is almost scraping the ground. You ever notice when you trip? This is usually the time when you trip, is during this passing. It's during the swinging phase of the foot because it's going as low as it can to, reserve energy. Usually hit a rock and you'll trip. Bam. Now, obviously, I wouldn't have this pose this high, but unfortunately with this rig, I can't access the ankle by itself. It has to move the entire leg, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then you go into heel strike, okay? Now, if you look at it, let's go from the front. Once you notice the hips, bam, shifting our weight. All of our weight is on this left leg. Left leg. As we push off, now we're pushing off. We're about to hit that precarious position. Boom, the contact. Can't hold this, right? We can't hold this position or we're gonna fall. Because we're using this momentum from the push off. Look at the hips. Now the hips are going to be shifted over. The weight is going to be shifted over, bam, to the right leg. Bam. And then we're going back to the heel strike, okay? Shifting over to the left and shifting over to the right. Left, right. So we got to keep in mind that balance, right? If your person isn't balanced, it's going to look funky, right? Balance is, I'm going to fall. Right here, I'm gonna fall on this leg. Great. Right here, I'm gonna fall and break my whole body. So you gotta watch out for that balance at all times. Stance, swing phase, stance. Right? Swing phase, stance. That's really what a walk cycle is, okay? Now you have the hips. Once again, you have the dipping of the hips to compensate because it's taking all that weight. Boom, let the leg pass. Boom, let the leg pass. So that is what's going on in a walk cycle, okay? But now you know where, or at least you should know, hopefully, if I explained it correctly, now you know where to exaggerate, right? One of the greatest things of animation is exaggeration. All the follow through, all of that, all of those are great principles. But one of the things that makes animation so great is the exaggeration principle. Where now, let's say if I really want a heavy person, well, if a heavy person, well, guess what? What am I going to be, exaggerating? Obviously, going to be exaggerating that bam, right? We're going to probably exaggerate that coming down, the timing and the spacing of him coming down, bam. And it's going to be slow. He's going to have to fight gravity, to bring his body up, fight gravity, bring his body up, and then bam, bring his body up, bam, right? We want more of a flimsy walk. Where would we go? Would we go, during the passing? Would we go on the up and down? So now you can customize the walk to how you see fit. But many people, I've noticed, don't. They just know the posing. And the reason why it's not bad to know the posing. It's great to know the posing, but you need to know the body mechanics behind it. Because without the body mechanics, you're just basically copy and pasting poses. And that's going to leave you at a disadvantage because you're not going to know how to tweak it. You're not going to know what's wrong. You're not going to know what to look for. So I hope this was helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments below or shoot me an email. And until next time, guys, keep animating.